Every day, announcements are made about new discoveries in many parts of the world, and the same process is followed: a little research and excavation work, and then we reach this conclusion. Additionally, the search for petroleum, natural gas, and other natural resources in deserts and plateaus is also regularly announced. This highlights a common misconception that many people fall into, that deserts are just empty lands with nothing but sand. Based on this, the phrase barren desert with no crops or water has become widespread. Take the Western Desert, for example, which is the largest sand desert in the world, covering more than 9 million square kilometers. The sandy regions in this desert make up only about 25% of its total area, while the rest consists of barren or rocky plateaus, along with some mountains and dry valleys. This means that even the sandy deserts are not just sand and nothing else. Moreover, the desert is not just inhabited by the people of the oases or the Bedouin tribes. It is also home to a vast number of creatures, including mammals, birds, and insects that have adapted to the harsh desert environment. Additionally, there are 127 species of plants that exist solely in the Western Desert, ranging from wildflowers to trees, herbs, and cacti. If you think that there is no water in the desert, then you are mistaken. The desert contains vast amounts of water, estimated in billions of cubic meters, stored in underground aquifers at various depths, some of which are closer to the surface and contribute to the oasis ecosystems, while others are much deeper, reaching hundreds of meters, where vast amounts of water have been stored for millions of years. This water is just like the hidden treasures and natural resources that lie buried beneath the ground. Indeed, what lies hidden beneath the sands of the desert is not just ancient artifacts, natural resources, and underground water. With the advancement of science and satellite technology, scientists have discovered a collection of strange fossils buried deep in the sands of the desert. What is remarkable about these fossils is that they belong to a group of fish and whales. One of the most famous places where these fossils are found is the area known as Wadi al-Haytham, located in the Egyptian desert near the Fayum Governorate. Wadi al-Haytham has now become a natural reserve under the supervision of UNESCO. According to the website of the Egyptian General Authority for Information, the site contains parts of the structures of dozens of shark species, shells, and marine creatures. In addition to the 406 skeletal structures of various whale species, this proves that the desert was once a sea and oceans. Beyond Wadi al-Haytham, there is the significant discovery made through satellite technology of the Tashka Lakes in southern Egypt. Scientists noticed two dry lakes adjacent to each other under the sand, and Ted Maxwell, a geologist, and his colleagues, while studying the data, found a group of alkaline rocks and sediments under the water. After compiling a massive profile, they discovered the remains of two lakes that likely served a giant forest. The two lakes had an area of approximately 79,000 square kilometers, and Maxwell suggests that these dry lakes are new evidence of the disappearance of many lakes and dry rivers under the sands of the desert, hidden since the last desertification period over 6,000 years ago. If we went further into the heart of the Great Desert, we would find the remnants of the current Lake Chad, which satellite technology has proved was once a massive lake with an area of up to 388,000 square kilometers. If it were still in existence today, it would be the largest closed sea in the world. Scientists named it the Mega Chad Dry Lake, and if we continue westward to the borders of Algeria, Morocco, and Mauritania, we will find the new discovery that occurred in 2015. It was the discovery of a large river with a group of tributaries called the Tamanrasset River. It was a dry river whose sources were in the Atlas Mountains and its estuaries were in the Atlantic Ocean. All the treasures, artifacts, fossils, dry lakes, and rivers that are found beneath these sands make us wonder what happened to this place, and where did all this sand come from? The truth is that the issue of what happened is subject to a set of hypotheses that scientists have considered. One of these hypotheses is proposed by environmental and archaeological scientist David Wright, who assumes that the problem was caused by overgrazing of large numbers of livestock and animals used by past inhabitants. The problem with overgrazing is that people used to leave their livestock to eat all the plants, even if they were young trees. This prevented the plants and trees from having a chance to grow and develop, which ultimately led to problems such as the shrinking of the plant cover and the disappearance of tall trees. This increased the absorption of larger amounts of sunlight by the ground, which used to be blocked by the leaves of tall trees in the past. The increase in greenhouse gas emissions in the atmosphere due to climate change has caused rising temperatures, droughts, and desertification. Scientists have proposed a hypothesis that natural climate change cycles, which have occurred over thousands of years, are caused by the Earth's tilted axis of rotation. This results in seasonal variations in solar radiation, which affect the distribution of sunlight across different regions of the world and explain the existence of certain areas like deserts. However, the origin of all the sand found in deserts remains a puzzling question. Actually, if you took some grains of sand and put them under a microscope, you would see porous rocks rather than individual sand grains. This is because sand is simply small, fragmented pieces of rocks that have been broken down and eroded over thousands or millions of years. Therefore, sand is actually made up of a variety of different types of rocks and minerals, with the most common being silica and calcium carbonate. Interestingly, sand plays an essential role in modern civilization, as it is used in construction, artificial islands, dams, beach restoration, and many other industries such as glass manufacturing. One of the most important uses of sand is in the production of silicon chips, which are used in electronic devices. Without sand, many electronic devices, as well as cosmetics, arts, and entertainment industries, would not exist. It's worth noting that sand is a non-renewable natural resource just like petroleum. It's possible that one day we may run out of sand, especially since the world consumes about 40 million tons of it annually. However, sand deposits are protected by the vast amounts of sand dunes that cover about 25% of the Earth's land area. That's it for now. Let us know in the comments what you would like us to talk about in our upcoming videos. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And for those of you who are new here, make sure to hit the bell icon to receive notifications for our latest videos. See you in the next episode.